We're looking at 480 Valley View Bridge right now. Always tricky with the wind. We've got real gusty wind here this morning. In terms of precip types, everything is pretty much treated here this morning, and we're dealing with mainly rain. This is great news. We're about a degree or two off from having a very snowy, slushy commute. But most of us, we had a little slush early on, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But most of us have changed over to rain, and that's good news. Still seeing some mixed precip types here this morning in spots, especially out east. Otherwise, it's going to be, I think, a little bit smoother going here as we go throughout the morning with mainly rain. We've got the wintry mix, though, in spots here this morning. There's your pre-dawn mix with our weather impact alerts today. We're going to change over to rain as we've been expecting. We'll have some scattered midday rain showers, so we kind of dry out for a little bit as we get what's called the dry slot in the storm system. And then we're back to snow. This is really where my concern lies. Again, we've got winter weather advisories out east. This is not winter storm material. Okay, so I said it yesterday, not a blockbuster snowstorm, but it could get tricky, especially that evening commute is what we're looking at now. As we have that early mix over to rain, back to snow. Going to get a little slushy around here for that evening commute. Again, temps are coming down this evening too, so some black ice is going to be certainly on the docket there. 36 over at Hopkins, still a mix of rain and snow being reported there. Look at the winds, south-southwest, and if you, again, are suffering from dry skin, stuff like that, our dew point's up to 32, so the air not nearly as dry. There's lots of moisture in the air here to deal with here this morning. Wind is out of the south. Temperatures generally above freezing. A lot of 36, 37s, even 38 showing up. That's great news. We will not get snow or ice accumulation or anything like that with temperatures like that. Road temps are running about 34 to 35, so that's a great spot to be in. Here's your wind, sustained out of the west, southwest. Anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. We've had gusts over 40, really ramping up. This area of wind is moving in, so that wind is going to increase here for that morning rush hour over the next couple hours. And we've got a pretty good dose of precipitation coming in. Radar trying to figure out what's going on. Yes, we have some snow mixing in spots. You get the big old flakes. You get kind of the wet raindrops that, have like some snowflakes mixed in when they hit your windshield. Just kind of sloppy here this morning. This is a live shot downtown right now. Primarily wet. I mean, we're not dealing with slush outside. Out east, we did have some slush out in Ashtabula, Geauga, Lake counties here this morning. It's really tough to tell. This is the Madison exit at I-90. Again, we're looking for precip types. It's wet outside. And then down in Akron area, our radar depicting a little bit of snow mixing in. And I would agree with that. We've got some snow mixing in, especially higher elevation. A lot of it melts when it comes down. And then out west, we've got a pretty good dose of some heavier rain and perhaps some wet snowflakes mixing in out towards the Bay Bridge area on US 2 there, the Edison Bridge. All right, in terms of what we're dealing with precip-wise, we've got a few more hours of this solid block of moisture that's moving in, and then we'll get into a little dry section of the whole storm system, and then we get into the cold section. As this low comes by, you see that cold on the backside. This comes with a gusty northwest wind. That kicks in later on this afternoon, and so the way it's going to go today, a little mix around this morning, should transition to rain everywhere. Temperatures don't really change a whole lot. It's what's happening aloft, and then we're back to snow and strong winds for that evening commute. And again, temps are going to come down. Going to get a little slick. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Our model picking up on the snow. It has been. Most of the models say we're going to be mainly snow right now. They're a degree or two off. That's a big difference. So I think primarily rain through 10, 11 o'clock. There's your little dry section there. And then 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we change back over to snow just in time for the evening commute. And then temps are going to be coming down as well. Look at this. We're in the 20s by 9. We have some black ice, so anything that's left over and wet is going to freeze up, especially with numbers near 20 tomorrow morning. A little bit of lake effect snow around tomorrow. Shouldn't be too problematic. Couple inches possible out east to Cleveland, no. Primary snow belt is going to be the area for that. How much snow between now and tonight? Well, this is your evening commute. Not a lot, but a couple inches possible, especially out in Geauga County. And then we'll add a little lake effect to that. Not a big event, as I mentioned, but again, enough to cause problems. It doesn't take much to make it slick on area roadways. All right, long range of forecasts after that. We've got a system that'll slide by with some light snow Friday. Another system comes in here Saturday into Sunday. It does look snowy around here this weekend. That lake effect with cold air will really kick in Saturday night through Monday. And then we turn things over to a warmer pattern leading up to Christmas as it looks right now. You can see it in your Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. We go from bitter cold on Sunday and Monday to the 40s, perhaps later next week with some rain.